Yes, guys, totally enjoyed that shot. Now, guys, I am going to talk about the traditional wife thing and marriage in general, okay? So, some people want to lead a traditional life with their wife and have a wife that they're traditional with, or spouse that be a wife that's traditional, have the husband do everything, have the husband pay the bills, have the husband take care of everything while they raise the kids and stay at home. And yes, that can work. That can definitely work sometimes, right? Some people want to be that way, and that's totally fine, right? But in general, you kind of want to be a mom that doesn't have to do that because, I mean, there's men that are nice that if you get stressed, you have a hard time, they won't leave you, they won't cheat. But in general, it can be kind of scary to have someone be your complete source of income, your complete source of cash. You want to have that options, right? And many girls, if they are on social media, they have options. They do have a lot more options, right? They are able to, like, women are very popular on social media. I'm pretty sure women are. I'm not 100% sure, but well, there's men that are very famous, but I think a lot of women do very, very well on social media, right? So I think a lot of people like women on social media. I mean, we love Beyonce, Madonna, all those girls, right? Um, and they've led independent lives, And I mean, to some people that's just a pipe dream, right? They can't do that. They have a hard time, or they just don't want to do that, or they think some people think Beyonce's not good, right? But I mean, in general, if you want to lead a life where you're not totally dependent on someone, and you have options, and you're not struggling to the point where you're like can't do anything because you feel like nothing's gonna work and you have no money coming in, you can't do anything. No one wants to be in that position, right? It sucks, but not everyone feels that way, right? Some people really like it. And you can be a traditional wife or someone that's traditional and, have a job still or whatever, but still be traditional. Or you can be someone that's traditional and that has a good spouse. It's not always bad necessarily. But in general, you just don't want to lose that control over your life, right? And judging from the amount of men that can abuse, I mean, it's not everyone. There's a lot of men that are very nice, good catches out there, whether traditional or not, or women. I mean, I guess if you're well, I'm talking strictly straight relationships, but obviously gay and lesbian relationships could be like that too, or trans or whatever, or non-binary. But yes, guys. So you want to have that chance to focus on yourself and do your thing. And the only way that can happen really is if you have a job or something, right? Like you don't want to be stuck at home all day. Like it really is, and some people don't mind. Some people like that. Like my parents were like that, right? My mom was a housewife, and my dad works, right? So it can work. Our family's doing well. Not that well, but we're doing well. But yeah, I mean, we're doing well, right? So I mean, it's not like a big deal to do that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, like it worked for my parents. They had a good life. I mean, they struggled a lot. They were poor, So it's a struggle, right? Especially if the man in the house, if you're the woman, and you just take care of the kids and staying at home, and the man doesn't make a lot of money, which is what my parents. It can be hard, You don't want to have to struggle. It's really tough, right? Like you want to buy things, and your spouse can't afford to pay for things. It can be very scary, right? I mean, I love my parents very much. I would rather, for me, I mean, even people in Hollywood, whatever, parents of Hollywood starlets and stars, I think my parents were the best. I'm not going to be a Hollywood star, of course, but I think my parents were like the best parents ever, right? I mean, in terms of what they offered for my future, they wanted me to be educated. I got like the best looks. I got like the best genes, right? So I love my parents, right? And I mean that can happen to anyone, right? I mean, if you have parents that are struggling and poor, that doesn't mean the kids have to be, right? But I mean, I wanted better things for my parents, But I mean, it worked out in the end, right? But I mean, it can be something that a lot of women might not want to do that, right? It can be very hard on a woman, right? Maybe a woman wants to have freedom. Maybe a woman wants to have choice, right? And I mean, nowadays it's very common to have women working. It's very common to have women not be traditional, right? Because a lot of women know what I'm saying right now, right? But you know, if you're a struggling woman and you've got a traditional husband and you're traditional, and you feel it's not working for you, it can be more of an option to have the wife go back to work or do something, right? I mean, taking care of a family and having kids, that's hard and that's hard work. It is a job in and of itself. But I'm only saying, there's nothing wrong with that, but I am only saying it because I think if you're a woman, you might want to have options, right? Anyway, especially if there's a divorce, right? Okay, bye guys, thank you, Orlando.